Hey everyone, you know what? I feel like playing Crazy Taxi. However, last time I did that, I kinda wound up homeless.
This blows.
Oh well. Crazy Taxi 2, the sequel to the hit game Crazy Taxi. Now, the best way I can explain this game is just Crazy Taxi, but with some new content. Such as a new cast of characters being Slash, Iceman, Cinnamon, and Hot D, or, as I like to call them, the most early 2000s group of characters imaginable. I mean, these are all fine characters, they're all fine to replace the originals, however, none of them live up to the greatness of BD Joe, let's just be honest with ourselves. Another new thing that they added is the ability to have more than one person in your taxi at once. I mean, it's pretty neat. Not that helpful, but still neat. Another change-up is the replacement of the arcade and original maps, with two new maps being Round Apple and Small Apple. Which is essentially one map, because Small Apple is, well, a small version of a Round Apple. However, I have to say, I am not a big fan of this map. The map is just one big city with no interesting locations. In the first game, you had memorable locations like Pizza Hut, the stadium, KFC, the trolley station, and much more. In Crazy Taxi 2, what do you have? Burger King? I mean, I support food poisoning as much as the next guy, but that is all this game has for locations. Anywho, what do we have for other modes? Well, instead of Crazy Box, we have Crazy Pyramid, which is essentially the same thing. You have mini-games like Crazy Jump, Crazy Golf, Crazy Hurdles, I'm still trying to figure out how that one works, and Crazy Balloons, all of which are fun and, dare I say it, crazy. Anyway, even though the game launched 2 months after the Dreamcast was discontinued, Crazy Taxi 2 actually didn't do that bad. Now, no sales numbers were ever published, however, given its price on the retro market, it's fair to say that it did decently well. However, we do have access to reviews, in which Crazy Taxi 2 averaged an 80% from most reviewers, which is pretty good, however, it is just a tad bit lower than the reviews of the first Crazy Taxi. But, moving away from the reviews, unlike its predecessor, Crazy Taxi 2 didn't receive as long of a lifespan as the first game. The game was never ported to any other consoles, except it was included in the critically panned Crazy Taxi Fair Wars on the PSP. And that was Crazy Taxi 2, a fun game that I do have some issues with. An example being the exclusion of BD Joe. Yeah, you know what? I retract my statement. This game's garbage.